my line of work, I've seen the worst that this place has to offer. Broken colonies, flame-lit evacuation zones, even a few where the ground was still shaking. There was something wrong about that tower. Something in the way the static didn't clear, the way the air felt like death. Some movement on my scopes, too smooth and way too quiet. But I'm not here to question the job, am I? I drop them off and I get out. That's the job. Still, I can't stop thinking about what I saw. The crew came back alive, though. Most do, but they came back different. Changed. Redcap's calm. Her silence is saying a lot more than she's letting on. Harm's got that look of 1 and 0s, and as for Crucible and Lock-On, if they don't kill each other first, I'll be shocked. They're strong. Scary strong, but strong nonetheless. And for now, they're pointed in the right direction. Deborah gave them some lead on stolen goods that the local smugglers got. Nothing out of the ordinary, just a simple job and go and retrieve. But on Hollis, even the simple things get complicated.
Yay! Welcome back to Lancer, everybody.
Yay!
Rightio. So, the last part where we left off, we were amongst the Great Bazaar of Rust Point. You were speaking to Deborah, and she had given you a mission. It was a simple go and get mission. Go to retrieve stuff, and that's about it. So, as the bustling market once again comes back into your ears, Deborah looks at you all, and this is shortly after she gives you the signed contract on your PDA. She looks at all of you and say, simple mission. I give you good reward. Good reward from my stash. She's specifically speaking to Lock-On, because I think you were the last person that spoke with Deborah.
Yep.
So, is there anything else you want to ask about the mission? Anything else that you want to ask her about what you all are getting?
What is the mission again?
Okay, so, this is actually making good use of the thing that I put. If you go to your PDA, I believe it is in Mind's Eye. Hopefully this loads this time. Me and Chaos were working on it, so this is also a test thing to see if it loads fast. Hopefully. And if you go to comms log, you should be able to see all of the information that you all have had to look through so far. So, missions, anything that you've all found would be recorded in comms log. Is stuff working on your all end? I don't know.
Still loading for me.
Yeah, I think I see it.
Hmm.
I'm loading still.
Yeah.
Okay. So, whilst you all load in, I'm gonna just read the contract for you all. So, this would be your first actual mission outside of the introduction that we did in session 0. So, mission 1, Lost Goods, Stolen Pride. It is given by Deborah Rizal, the merchant at the local Rust Point market. Pilots, this is Deborah Rizal. I'm not usually the type to ask for help, but some of my shipment went missing, so not the best look for my business when half of its supplies have just gone up in flames. But they're real important goods too. Replacement pots, synth weave spools, and some sensitive tech. I've got reason to believe that it was jacked by some local smugglers running out of Dust Hollow, and they intercepted the route. They don't know who they're messing with. And I'd rather keep things really quiet. You know, don't want the Union poking around. It's a simple mission. Recover the shipment intact, if possible. And if you find out who's behind this, well, I wouldn't mind if you sent them a little message. Do this for me, and I might give you a little bonus too. So, the objectives of this mission: to track the shipment's last known coordinates, which Deborah has given you all. Investigate the smugglers, their den, the route, wherever they are. Recover the shipment, if you can, intact. And identify or neutralize the people that are responsible. This mission also comes with a few complications. Deborah says, I don't know what those bastards have done with my gear. They may have already been off with it or sold it off. I'm also unsure if they're armed. There are some really important things in there that, you know, I don't want them to use against you all, so be slightly careful about that. I'm confident as soon as they see you, they might, shoot a gun. Obviously, I will be giving you credits. Some of my more lucrative connections, and if you're lucky, I might let you peek into my private stash. And with that, the PDA contract closes. So, would you all wish to go to the coordinates that Deborah has given you, or continue speaking amongst people of the market? It is all in your hands now.
Well, I, for one, am very interested in taking out some smugglers. How about all of you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm also down unless we have something else to do with the downtime.
The last downtime that was set, I believe, was you coming to Deborah and her giving you this assignment to unlock more things of her variety. So the next downtime will be after this investigation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, I take it that we are all in agreement to go investigate the stuff?
Yes.
Harm, are you okay with this?
Wherever the Lancers go, I will also follow.
Okay. Now, how do I get to that? I set this thing a week ago. I'm trying to remember where it all is. Okay, I think it is here. E. Alright. Hopefully this works. I also have to change the music. Nope. Please work. Please genuinely work this time and don't break. Nope. Okay. Excuse me while I delete this thing from existence and then quickly put it together again. There we go. Do this one. And play. There we go. So, Deborah has given you the set of coordinates, and as you are being carried over there by the captain, he sees a giant plume of smoke in the distance. What on God's earth is that? As you all look up through the windows of the ship, you see a giant carrier ship that once would carry a lot of goods crashed in the middle of the desert. The ground smoldering with smoke, fire lays throughout the ship, and you can even see a few lives that have already been taken from the crash. I'm pretty sure you all can deploy your mechs from the actors menu. So you may place it wherever you think is best, where the captain will drop you off. At least that is a hope that I think you all can do this. Let me make sure that you can. Okay.
If it's drag and drop, I cannot do.
Yeah, I can't either.
Unless it's added to. No.
I have given ownership to that, but here, I guess I will just drop preemptively. And you
The world
all
shifted.
Hopefully you all can move your mechs. That is also hoping. You should. Okay. Arm can move his.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm also gonna get some of this effects off of you all. So, you all can investigate as you will. I will answer anything that you try to investigate.
All right. Well, I think I'm gonna go over here and investigate wreckage. Like, just do I see anything in like the pieces of debris of note?
Okay. Crucible, as you walk amongst the wreckage and look beneath it, you see what seems to be individual just crushed. His body still very intact, but he is clearly gone. Next to him is a collection of crates that have been rummaged through. Whatever was once there that was of value, it is completely taken and gone and is elsewhere by now.
Yeah. Looks like we're not the first ones here. Scavenger work fast. Or pirates, one of the two.
There's... I guess I'll look like over here.
Okay.
Do I see anything?
So, as you come up to the back end of the ship, you notice that an entire chunk of it has been completely removed. Whatever took this ship down was giant and had enough firepower to blast a hole within the hull. You investigate further, and you hear a little beep as you go near it. It is Cappy.
Hmm?
His beeps
What
and
is the
boops...
boy who fell in the well?
For translation, the beeps and boops that come out of Cappy is pretty much, this does not look good. And as you peer in closer to the inside of the ship itself, everything seems to be destroyed. There's wires laying all about, shocking every minute as if the systems are still operational. Perhaps you could receive... some systems could possibly be like repaired and you could see what happened from the inside of the ship, but everything around it is pretty much on fire and smoking.
Okay, well, whatever was here was a lot bigger than we are, and that's not good. It's a little too smoky to be able to see any further, I'm assuming.
It is like doable. You are in a mech, so you would be perfectly okay. But you do hear fire nearby.
Yeah, that's the part I'm worried about. I'm gonna stay back here for now.
Lock on, Harm, do you wish to do anything?
I will scan for any hostiles in the proximity.
As you initiate that system, you all notice that a small little antenna pokes out through Harm's mech, scanning the area around. And you do hear a ping, but it is very faint. As if whatever was here has either left very quickly not too long ago, or is on their way back.
Well, I'm hoping it's that they're gone and that they're leaving.
Lock on.
Yeah, I will investigate the ship.
Okay. Are you able to drag your character? Okay, good. Oh, the biggest worry of a DM is if things are working. So, as you get closer to... I just realized the music just cut when it was supposed to loop. That's not good. That might be on me. Let me see if I do this. Okay. We'll pretend that works. So, lock on. As you get on top of the ship, you notice that there is a blinking system still operational. You can try to make a salvage check, like essentially trying to hack into or slightly repair the systems of the ship to see what took it down. Or you can leave it be, but there does seem to be somewhat of an operational monitor, but you notice through the window that is completely cracked. Like the screen is pretty much intelligible. I believe I used that word correctly.
Okay, then I'll hack or salvage the thing.
Okay. Could you please make me a D20 check? Do you have any expertise? Oh?
Let me see.
The expertise.
Anything in terms of hacking that could help in this situation?
I got invent or create. I don't know if that helps.
I don't think for this it may not help, but I will give you the good news. You did pass the check. As you smash through the window, you can see that the little box that has been blinking was a recovery box. You managed to pull it out, but as you're pulling it out, you realize that the pilot that's next to you is still very much alive, somehow. But his co-pilot, on the other hand, has what seems to be a part of the ship lodged into him. He did not make it. A grueling, very weak tone as he reaches for you. Please help me.
Can I ask what happened here first?
As this very desperate, dying, about to give out man looks at you with a blank stare. Crash. The crash. We didn't see it.
What crash? Did you crash into some iceberg or something?
Okay. As he stares at you, no, you idiot, we're in a desert. And he keels over dying. The pilot did not make it.
Okay.
I'm gonna be real. I don't think he should be bleeding like that.
I will loot his body and see if there's anything relevant.
Dude!
Holy fuck. Jesus Christ. Okay. Time to figure out what I'm gonna do with that. As you exit out of your mech, you go near the pilot. Can you please make me an investigation check, if you will? But I will say with a disadvantage because where you are walking right now is... Okay, that's a 2. As you step out to go investigate the pilot, the ship seems way too unstable and you lose your footing. You manage to get back into your mech, but whatever you are doing right now, you should make it quick because the area that you are underneath is about to collapse with the weight of your mech.
Can I just not go back on my mech and just fly it out and position it somewhere?
Yeah, you
Or
can
that-
leave, but I'm saying if you stay here any longer, wherever
Oh,
you are is
okay.
not going to exist.
What can I interact with here?
You could stick around to investigate further, but as I say, the surface below you is about to give out. It's literally about to, like, crumble beneath you.
You know what? Why not? I'll keep investigating.
Okay.
You'll never know.
So, with can you please make me another investigation, but you are going to have a 2 difficulty this time. So you'll be rolling 2d6s and subtracting it from your total.
Okay, so what do I roll for?
1d20, and then we'll roll 2d6. That is a 19. Goddamn. And then roll 2d6. Oh, wait. I guess just roll 1d6 twice, because I think it added the total of the d6.
Didn't you say 1 or 2 of them though?
Yeah, so what usually happens in a disadvantage check is you roll 1d6 and another
okay.
d6, and we'll take the highest value. So this would be -4, and then the other one is -3. So you got a 10? No, that's a math. What is my math? 15. There we go. So you manage to still go into the ship, and you manage to grab what seems to be the pilot's PDA, similar to your mind's eye tablet that you have. But in an effort to do this, you see that everything around you starts crumbling behind where Redcap is and comes towards you really quickly. Please make an agility check to get back into your mech.
Okay. It's another d20.
Yes, 1d20. Holy shit, a 10. Okay. So, Redcap. As you look in the back of the ship, you see entire back end of it crumble right in front of you. And so much so that the area over here catches on fire from the leaking fuel and trailing up to where Lock-On is. He manages to get into his mech and tries to flee. Lock-On, what do you use to get away from the upcoming disaster?
I can't fly, so I'll use that. My flying system.
So where do you wish to fly to?
Is the whole ship destroyed now?
It's currently about to be.
Like even like this part here.
It seems like the whole ship is crumbling like beneath you.
Okay, I'll just fly all the way to this side.
Okay. As you all see the ship crumbling, you see Lock-On in his mech shoot straight into the air and lands safely next to you all. However, the ship itself combusts into a massive explosion that shocks the ground beneath you. Anything that was once recoverable in the ship that you could investigate is now destroyed, but Lock-On seems to have gained some things that are very useful for your investigation.
That can't
Well,
be good.
shit.
And
Facing in the area, they might be coming back now.
then before that, I will check what I got, or the comms that I got, and see what's it about.
So you have received 2 things. One is the black box of the ship, which is still operational, and the other being the captain's PDA. What do you wish to look through first?
The black box.
As you hook your mech systems to the black box, you see several monitors show up in front of you. It flashes emergency lights as if it was capturing what happened on the inside of the ship. It is a pre-recording of the last moments that happened before the ship went down. Everything seems genuinely normal aside from the flashing red lights. The captain seems not to be fazed. I'm sure it's just a bird strike, we don't have to worry about it. All of a sudden, in the back of the ship, the entire back end completely explodes. All the remaining crew that was once inside the back end of the ship fly out through whatever just burst through it, and the fire begins to start on the inside of the ship. The co-pilot and the pilot begin to panic, and the feed completely cuts. And that would be what happened to the exact insides and what exactly happened to the ship itself and how it crashed.
Okay, that's not relevant at all. I'll look at the other one.
Okay, you see a PDA. As you access the PDA, you see an entire backlog of shipments, and one important one goes to Deborah. As you open the Deborah PDA, you see that the shipment that was going to Deborah was a lot of, let's say, legal, in quotations, Union military grade weaponry, mechs, and what seems to be a lot of high-tech valuable loot that was on its way to her shop directly before everything went to shit. So whatever is gone from this ship right now is of the highest grade military weapons that the Union could offer at the moment.
The black box information, is that like something that everybody can access right now?
All of you could look through different, you could, like, access it, or ask Lock-On to give you permission.
So, Ferris is gonna like try to access like the moment of impact, and just kind of like play the video like frame by frame.
As you
Trying to see
slow
if he
down,
spotted anything details.
as you slow down the recording, you see that something does in fact, like, burst through, and it seems to be genuinely a object that has made the impact. If only you had a robot of some sort that could clarify this image.
Hey, Harm, do you have any idea what I'm looking at here?
I can try to analyze the image for you.
Harm, please make me a observation check with advantage.
Alright. So, d20 plus 1d6?
Yep. Nice. Okay,
Ooh.
19. 19. Math. Harm, as you hook the black box to your own systems, you clarify the image, slowing it down not just frame by frame, but in an actual fluid motion, to where Ferris, you see that it is a incinerary cannon shell that has been shot into the hull of the ship, and on the outside of that shell is a little jester like logo that has imprinted on it. And as soon as it gets within the inside of the ship, it explodes and is the reason that there is so much fire all around.
Would I or anybody else here have an idea of what that logo is, or what could have fired that weapon?
Possibly not those that are here, but possibly those that you know already. In other words, the captain, or me, even Deborah herself, might be able to give you some insight. Those of which you can also contact at any moment, by the way. I should have mentioned that.
I was about to ask. Ferris just asked, like, alright, are we cool with hailing the captain? I think he and our client might know something about the locals around the area.
So, do you wish to hail the... Well, do you wish to contact any of them at the moment?
Ferris is voting for it.
You know
Any
what? Yeah.
objections?
I'm for it.
Alright. Let's just send this out. See which one of them knows.
Okay. As you send the image forward and you ask, okay, I'm trying to find the best way to phrase what I'm about to say. The captain responds immediately. I have no fucking idea what the fuck that is. And in
Thanks, boss.
contrast to Deborah, oh, it's those fuckers. Those fucking people are the reason that that my shit is missing. Those are what we call the fucking jesters. They're a group of low scum, worse than trash pirates that roam the area and have been harassing every single person that doesn't give in to their needs. They are the worst of the worst people that come to morality. They don't give a fuck of who they hurt as long as they're making a quick buck.
Unlike the short-range comms, Paris just goes, they're being harassed by clowns?
They're being harassed by what?
They call them jesters? Clowns? Same thing. Pirate faction.
Clowns. You know, I've fought a lot of things and I've seen a lot of things, but clowns?
So we're in agreement. This is a personal fight now.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Just patches back into the long range.
Harm, may you do me a favor and make an observation check for me. Also, I just realized I do not have this thing up. Are you in this theme? What the fuck happened?
My mind just going, they're killer clowns in outer space.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
that's what I thought of too.
Wait. When did this happen? This is so unfortunate. What the fuck?
You wouldn't do it, man. You don't got the space balls. Roll
Wait a
credits.
minute. Counter mission. Okay, here we go. Is Arm here?
Yeah.
Can you make me an observation check real quick?
Would I get a +2 on that because I have and I'm good at investigating, or no?
Yeah, sure.
That's 7.
So you do hear another faint ping, and as you turn around, you notice that there are tire tracks or some sort of ship markings that once was here, and you see them going in the direction that is over here. You can make another investigation, if you will, on that ping. In the meantime, I tried to figure out a thing.
Fellow Lancers, I might have a clue of where these chesters might have went after stealing the loot. I see
yeah?
tire tracks onto the ground. Might I suggest following them?
Sounds like a good plan to me.
Ain't got nothing else better to do.
Yeah, let's stalk them.
All right. So, as you all begin to head in that direction, you notice that the tracks are going towards what seems to be a ruined city. Something that was once very vibrant, but completely abandoned. No one lives there, and there's only little to nothing of civilization that was once there. But you do notice, and Crucible, you definitely notice, and you Harm as well, that there is a spray-painted jester symbol on one of the bigger towers. that are overcasting the city.
Yep. I'm pretty sure this is where they live.
How could you tell? Is it the giant symbol?
Yeah, that's a pretty big clue.
You have very good investigation skills.
Oh, this is the wrong thing. Shit. Alrighty, how do you all wish to approach the area? I will do this to give you an idea of what it looks like.
Well, we know they have some kind of large incendiary cannon of some kind. So, do we see something that would resemble a large cannon?
The buildings in the distance don't show anything that's very distinct, but you do hear activity in the distance as if there are people around.
It's, I think before anything, contact our person who gave us a mission and ask her if like the jesters are known for taking hostages or capturing people.
Give me a moment. I accidentally threw Amanita out of her mech. Whoops. So what is it that you wish to do?
To know if there's potential like any potential hostages or civilians lying around, captured.
So, as you send that message forward, Deborah responds. The jesters are less than human. They aren't morally weighing on whether or not they do a good thing or not. They are the most psychotic and deranged people. Even if there were hostiles, they're not alive anymore. Or, sorry, if there were hostages, they're not alive anymore.
Alright. So, anything that moves as a target, gotcha.
Are you all willing to, investigate the ruined area?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me just make sure I have everything prepped. So, this will be our first ever sit rep. Pretty much, this area over here is your inclusion zone. You will be deployed anywhere along this blue marker. This area is all for you to be dropped down into, and this is essentially where you all come into the city from. The green areas are where are most likely going to be the shipment that was stolen. However, you all don't know where it is. So we are going to do a recon sit rep. Essentially, you're going to go into that area, control it, and essentially you're going to make sure that the enemy is not in the green area along with you in order to actually investigate to see if that area is the true area that you're looking for. So essentially, you go in, make sure nothing is in that green area, and you look for Deborah's shipment. These red zones over here are where you're most likely going to see hostiles coming towards you at a fast and rapid rate. So how do you all wish to do this?
Should we tackle one of these areas separately or all together?
Oh,
Maybe in 2 teams of 2.
sounds reasonable.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okie dokie. Let me just ensure
Who
that's
would like to go with who before we depart?
Well, I'm cool with any of you.
I'll just stick to the back because I'm the sniper.
I don't got time for all this. If you need me, I'll be up here.
You
I will
see
follow her.
Redcap dawdles away with Cappy and Harm following shortly behind.
All right, well, let's take the south camp. That ought to get some interesting stuff.
All right.
Okie dokie.
I'm inside the zone. What's happening?
So, may both of you make an observation check. Crucible, you do one, and Redcap, you do another.
I forgot how you do that.
You are rolling a 1d20.
No, I know. I don't remember how to type it.
Slash roll space 1d20, I believe. Okay, and Crucible?
Just making sure I don't have anything to use. Yeah, I got the smart scope. Can there we go.
This provides
Wait.
magnification 2 miles automatically. Okay. So your d20, I would ask you to do a advantage of a 1d6 thanks to your smart scope. Hey, that's pretty good. All right.
Oh well.
So, Redcap, we will resolve your thing first. As you and Harm peer around the corner, you notice that there is an individual in the distance over here. He seems not entirely aware of your whereabouts, neither does he notice Harm. He just seems to be walking around and just kind of patrolling, essentially. Trying to get his whereabouts, but you notice one small detail. It seems that whatever he's using as his mech, it seems as rather than him just patrolling, he's trying to figure out how to use it. Bless you.
So, sorry. So it looks like he may be a little bit new to that mech. Yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
I suggest that he stole it.
Harm is with me, right?
Yes.
So, that guy over there, he looks new to his mech. Should we go talk to him?
He could be a threat. So approaching and talking to him could put you in danger. So I cannot suggest this idea. However, I cannot stop you.
No, you make a good point. Alright. Besides him, do we see anything else?
This is the only individual that you notice in this area. You also notice that there is cover here. Essentially, these buildings as well is cover. You can utilize that to hide, to stealth, or to take legitimate cover behind.
Oh, were we rested before going to here? Do we like regain our HP and shit?
Yes,
I
all of
forgot
you
to
did
do
a...
that.
All good. All of you did a full repair, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, yeah.
Oh god.
Alright,
Not
I'm gonna stealth
sponsors.
behind the hardcover here.
Oh.
Hmm?
Okay. Redcap, you are covered. Harm, what do you wish to do?
I'll also do the same.
Okay. Crucible.
Yeah.
You notice that there is another mech over here, but compared to the one above, this one seems a bit more attentive of its surroundings. Meaning you would legitimately need to stealth, because if you like make too much noise, move around too much, it would spot you. But you do notice one thing. It's just staring blankly off in this direction. It doesn't move. It doesn't flinch. It doesn't act like if something is piloting. It just stares.
Just standing there. Menacingly.
Menacingly.
So Lock-on's nearby and you just go, you got a beat on that guy, right?
What? Oh, me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
but I figured we had gun sales.
I'll stick with the. I can. Basically, I'll just stick by the buildings to snipe from there and scout from there. So I'll have your
Okay.
back.
Okay.
Keep in mind, the level that you are at lock-on, the buildings would get in the way if you do try to fire at this enemy over here.
Can I not just fly up there? Because I have flying.
You could, but you would want to get in position essentially before of that.
Okay. And then could I do it now? Get
Yeah.
on top of this building?
Keep in mind, whatever that thing is, it is being attentive.
Oh, okay.
Is that
You
where
know
you
what?
want to be?
I'll just get pushed down.
Okay. You want to stealth as well?
Yeah, and no idea where I'd find the stat for that, but
So
give me a minute,
essentially,
I'll be right back.
every movement that you make as of this point, you will be rolling a 1d20. If it is above a 10, you would be successfully stealthing. If it is below, it would be you have failed it.
Okay.
So for lock on, may you roll a 1d20 with a disadvantage die.
Okay.
That is not a great number to have with the d6. So this mech over here does notice that you've jetpacked onto the roof, but doesn't know if it is you or not. It's just curious of the area. So it moves closer to investigate. Crucible, what do you wish to do? Do you wish to stealth? Do you wish to move?
Oh.
Hmm?
Hold on. I have something to show you.
Oh?
Yeah, I figured I'd work out before I.
Aww.
He's
a
cute,
little
isn't
guy.
he? I
He's a
know.
little guy. I love him. Okay.
He's so
Uh,
happy.
He's a little guy. He's so small.
Mhm.
I don't know.
Singular
If...
grain of rice.
Indeed. Is Crucible still here?
I like you to clean the thing up and rot.
Dear God, he exploded.
Oh no.
Okay.
I think he said he was gonna go for a little bit.
Okay.
I think it
I'll I'll quickly read through everything.
Right.
The hell?
Hmm?
Hold on.
What
Be
did I
right
miss?
back.
Okay. Redcap said they would be returning shortly. So, Crucible. Lock-on is currently moved. Is there anywhere that you would like to get situated, stealthing and whatnot?
uh, let me check one thing real quick. I'm just seeing like ranges. Yeah, he'll just. Oops, that does not select.
Okay.
There we are.
And that is somewhere you wish to just hold on to?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you make me a stealth check with a 1 disadvantage?
You just have to get above the 10.
Oh, nice.
It's impossible because the highest thing you can roll is 6.
A 16. Okay. So, as the mech moves towards a lock-on, you manage to dash behind the hardcover that you are standing on at the moment, the building, and manage to crouch down and stay in cover before it even turns to locate you. So you've successfully stealthed.
Okay.
I don't think anyone has decided to do combat yet. Is that correct? We're all just stealthing around at the moment.
I'm going to Sticky Beak.
Yeah.
Can I do a scan on that guy from my position?
What is your... Let me check. What is your scan, like, distance? Oh, I have to increase the stuff. Give me a moment. Your sensor is a 10, I believe. Yes. So is he 10 spaces away from you?
C7.
Okay, yeah, you can make a scan check.
Okay, I'll do that.
1d20, and then I will give you information. 15, what do you want to know?
Can I check if someone's piloting that?
So, as you scan into its systems, you do notice that something is piloting it. Like, it is a person, it is a figure, but you can definitely tell something is wrong about them. Not in terms of, like, form, but something else, something much more disturbing. But you can't tell exactly what it is, because as soon as you look into your scan, the face, the body, it seems distorted. But it is like a figure piloting it.
Okay. That all I can scan, or could I ask for more?
You can continuously scan, but I will let you know in a moment about something that has occurred with that. I'm trying to find out what... There's like a thing that you all can do. I'm just trying to make sure that I know what it is beforehand. Okay, so as you pull down your... Because as you pull away your scanner, you notice that the figure is just staring directly at you. It doesn't move, it doesn't speak to you, it just stares.
Okay, I'll stare back.
Do you want to initiate...
Aura farming, the fuck?
Do you want to initiate another scan or just stare?
Just stare.
Okay. As
Staring at us.
as you stare at it in complete silence, it raises its arm and it shoots up a flare above itself.
Okay,
And-
before that, can I
That's probably a friendship flare.
what color is the flare?
It is a bright red, signaling what you assume could be nature.
Okay, can I
Friendship!
wait, before that goes up higher, could I just snipe it? Like snipe the flare so it dissipates?
Sure. Roll me a 1d20 with 2 disadvantage.
Okay.
Fucking Christ. Okay.
Oh no.
Give me 1 second. Let me just make sure that this is... Save. Okay. So, as you take aim, you see the flare within the sky, you position your rifle, but because of how fast it's going, you can't exactly lock onto its exact position. Lock on moment. And as you fire, you completely whiff it and go miles away in another direction. You don't hit it in the slightest.
Okay.
Okay, so, with that being said... Is it
Can
playing
you
the right
vault
thing?
over hardcover?
You should be able to, yeah. I think you can, so you can vault over hardcover, depending on its height. So if you want, you just ask me like, hey, can I vault over this? I'll give you a, like, yes, you can by doing this. You can also peek around hardcover. So where you and Amanita are, you can peek over to this individual here and
Can I
fire at
see
him
if
because...
he moved at all because of the flare?
Wait, what?
Can I see if he does anything from seeing the flare?
Oh, yeah, I'm just gonna make sure I resolve one thing real quick due to what Harm did. Or sorry, not Harm. You didn't do anything. Due to what Lock-On did.
Damn.
So, Lock-On, because you fired that flare, you notice at the other building, something that seems to be another mech positions itself and aims directly at you. So now both of these enemies know that you are aware of, like, you are in that area. And Harm, from your position, you hear that this mech is like giggling to itself as it moves towards their direction.
Oh, I know. They are causing a distraction so we can search this area. How smart of them.
I don't think that was entirely what they meant to do, but you know what? If it works, it works.
Alrighty. So, we are officially, for at least Lock-On, Crucible. You all can, well, Crucible, they don't know you're there yet. You can join Lock-On into combat. Lock-On, you are put against 2-1 odds.
Okay, that's fine. I have an idea.
Okay. I'm going to make sure that we enter into the combat for you, and because you are the only one that is nearby, that is officially into combat, what do you decide to do?
So, I guess with my I'll first use my smoke grenade and throw this at my position.
Okay, so you are smoking the top end.
Yes,
Like where you
basically my
are.
area. Yes.
Okay. Let me just make sure. I think I should have a thing that helps me show smoke. Okay. I think that's working as intended.
Okay. Guess that's one of my actions. Then guess I'll straight up shoot this guy with my sniper. This guy here.
Okay. So which one are you firing at?
The smaller guy.
This guy over here?
Yeah, with my sniper.
Okay. Let me just check, because I'm, if you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm trying to balance between Comic-Con and this. So, Lock-On. Oh, by the way, just to be clear, technically you all are in combat, but, Lock-on is the only one that's engaging into like direct combat, but if you all wish to move, you would be going off of what your character sheet is and so on and so forth. So before you were freely moving, you can move anywhere, but now you would be restricted to what your sheet is saying.
Who do I yell
Yeah.
at about this?
Lock-on.
Noted. Thank you.
Yes.
Okay. So, Lock-on, what do you, you're hitting with your rifle, correct?
Yes. My sniper.
Let me just check something. Can you make me a 1d20 to see whether or not that hits?
I think that and plus my talents, so I think it's yeah. Let me roll it first.
That is a nat 20.
22.
Holy shit. Okay,
Oh, I
roll for
aim
your,
with 20. Okay, let me roll for damage.
roll for damage.
Ooh.
9.
Okay. So that is fucking insane damage. Holy shit.
I can only dream of doing 9 damage.
This is what
I can only dream of hitting at all.
Okay, but granted, you rolled a decent roll last time, I think.
Ah.
Fuck, how do I do this?
In combat?
Well, this new session, you know, new session. This is session 2.
You know what?
What
I didn't
happens
roll a
is-
d20 before the session, so I'm not
Yeah.
first this time.
Whatever
Zero.
happened in session 0 remains in session 0. Yeah,
Yeah, it's like
okay.
Vegas.
Yeah. Okay. So, lock on. You aim directly at the smaller, more blank mech, and you see it stumble back a bit from the sniper. You completely decimated the lower ends of the mech, but it still seems operational and is still staring at you.
Okay. After that, how many steps can I move? Or tiles can I move again?
You did a full action, correct?
Yeah.
Or
No, they're both 2 quick actions: the smoke grenade and the firing of the.
I think
sniper.
all of our ships can move forward unless I feel like
yeah.
put up
Let
agility or something.
me see your move. What
I
is your
can do
move?
5.
Yours is 4. Your speed is 4. Yeah.
Okay. I'll
Your
just move
fucking quick action rifle did fucking 9 damage? Holy shit! Jesus!
If I have to reload it, I can't use it again if I don't
Oh,
reload
wait, you hit a crit, right?
it. It's,
So you
I don't
can
know.
re-roll that. I'm pretty sure when you hit a critical, you can do the damage twice. Let me just double check for that for you, because I do remember reading that.
So what you're saying is this guy's got a hole in him.
Yeah, he's about to get another one if I read this thing correctly. Where the fuck is it? Critical. Okay. On a 20 plus on a melee or ranged attack, causes a critical hit. On a critical hit, all damage dice are rolled twice, including the bonus damage, and the highest result from each source of damage is used. For example, if a player got a critical hit on an attack that would normally deal 2d6 damage, they would instead roll 4d6 and pick the 2 highest of the results.
Oh.
Oh,
That's an interesting way for critting. Okay.
guess should I roll again and see?
Yeah, you can reroll
Yeah.
your damage.
You might as well.
Best case scenario, you deal 12 damage.
Holy
Okay.
shit. Fucking crap. Okay, goddamn.
So it goes
what
from
would-
9 to 10.
Okay, I'm gonna just take the 10 because I don't know what the I think you have to take the highest of the d6s, but I'm just
Yeah,
gonna
I think that was 4 and 5. Like, it's still 10 is the
So
highest.
basically,
Yes.
he does 1 more damage than he did.
yeah.
Don't knock it. I've seen 1 damage not kill before.
Anyways, so lock on that hole in its chest. You notice that there's like gushing blood coming out from it. And that's not meant to be there. God damn it. Why is that still there? No. Let me get rid of that. Okay, we're just gonna pretend that that's smoke that thing caused.
I
Anyway,
think this
so
guy
it's
might
dead
have had
now.
10 health.
That's dead.
Okay.
Why the hell is that there? How do I get rid of it? Is it drawing? Is it
Oh
drawing?
no.
Okay, you all could continue. I'm just trying to figure out how to get the effect removed. So, you said you were moving as well, correct?
I was going to just move one space back.
Okay, so you're moving one space back.
Yeah, there. That's it.
Okay. Yeah, so that enemy is destroyed. So, I did want to bring this up during this session. The way I did combat last time wasn't correct. Who would have guessed? But, so essentially, you all would choose who was going first, and Derek was the primary one to go first because he was in the encounter and chose to do combat. So,
Sure.
how combat usually goes is one person gets elected first by everybody, and then it would go over to the enemy, and then next round you all are going to elect another person to go next, pretty much. So, let me just make sure I'm reading this correctly. Players will go first when combat begins. The players agree on a player or an allied NPC to take the first turn. If the players can't agree on someone, the GM chooses. Next turn, the GM chooses a hostile NPC to act, followed by a player who nominates the player who would be... Wait, so... Okay, so next turn, when you all go, Lock-On will be choosing who goes next. So at the beginning, it will be a collective, and then after that, it's whoever Lock-On or whoever went last would choose. Pretty much. And that goes back and forth. So now that we've gotten that out of the way, this enemy over here, it flies down to... Let me just make sure how much it can move. Okay, there we go. And you can move... What the hell is happening?
It's purple now.
I see the problem. So I know how to, like, get rid of them, but they are doing a very cringe job. Okay, so he moves over here and is hiding behind the other mech's body. Lock-On, who do you wish to go next?
I'll pick Crucible to go next.
Alright.
So over the comms, you hear Crucible say, "Join sortie," and then followed by the sound of an 8-track player closing as he plays smooth jazz. Yeah, he like quickly flies over here. Don't quite have any a lot of ranged options right now. So instead, I'll just like shoot a shotgun at him.
Okay.
At the
roll-
mech.
So at the this mech over here.
Yeah.
So, roll 1d20 along with any additional things that can help you, and we'll go from there.
Does not seem like I have anything for that right now, so just a straight roll.
What was that?
That was a 14 to hit.
14 to hit, and you were aiming at this guy. Okay.
He's like at the edge of shotgun range. Does that hit?
So you take aim. It does hit, But you notice that the ace looks directly towards you, and it lifts up. So it does nip it. It nips it for a bit. And all of a sudden, you see it fly up into the air, and barrel rolls right next to you on this end. So it is officially more closer and right in front of you, but it does take damage.
All right. Let's see what that damage is. And
Max damage. Whoa.
just a full-on blast of buckshot.
Math. This one. Okay. Alrighty. Now, you both notice that you hear a lot more of, like, enemies moving towards you. How much movement do you have? Okay. And, Crucible, you do hear something in this corridor of this alleyway. It seems to be maniacal laughter. As it gets louder and louder, you see this, what would originally be like a wall over here, broken through. And out comes out a deranged mech that seems to be holding a very large sword that is made of energy.
Ferris over the comms. I am not down with these clowns.
Oh, this does not help. Okay. Radio. So, now we are going to choose an enemy to attack. This is the wrong menu. I'm all turned around. Crucible.
Yeah.
You do notice that the enemy that is now in front of you takes aim with its weapon and tries to attack you. Now we're going to find out if this works. Does a 7 hit?
My evasion is 10, so I'm gonna go with no.
It does not hit. Okay. As you are staring at this enemy, it shoots what seems to be a rocket launcher straight past you and hits an area over here, but you are left unaffected.
I use my paladin ability acrobatics to, like... Otherwise, the rocket would have hit, but he just kind of, like, vaults over it and essentially uses this thing as cover from the next shot.
What is it using as cover?
I'm using the enemy mech as, like, it's right there between me and the enemy.
Oh, okay, I get that. Okay, smart. Let me just figure out how to end these turns, because I have not been doing that. Okay, so far we've had lock on. Okay, that's how I do it. It's been a week. Crucible, you have gone. This has gone. This has not gone, nor has this. Alright, Crucible, who do you want to go next?
I'll nominate Harm.
Harm, what do you wish to do?
Redcap, you may search this area as I maybe give support to the others. They seem to be in some trouble.
Alright.
Can I vault over this or no?
Yes, you can. Do a 1d20.
So, seeing how I'm not in combat, do I have unlimited movement or limited movement?
You have limited movement right now because the others are in combat.
Okay.
May I make a or point something out?
Hmm?
I don't think that either of us are going to be able to get there very quickly. If that's the case, because we're
Yeah.
quite a ways away. Maybe there should be a combat zone so that we can actually get to them to help.
Yeah, I get that.
The only thing I could do is do 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's my move. And I'm like, well,
Yeah,
Okay, so
it's going to take us
guys,
4
good
turns
luck.
to get down.
here's what I'll do. Because you all are not in combat and don't need to be of urgency, I'll double all of, or well, at least for you two, you get double movement.
And that works.
That might be
Yeah.
a bit better.
Out of combat movement, nice.
So 1, 2. I'm guessing vaulting this counts as a movement.
This itself,
Yeah.
that's just if you would regularly move through it. I'm gonna say
Yeah.
it's you're moving through. Yeah.
Alright, I can move there.
Okay.
Maybe I can shoot at this guy, maybe? Because, get his eyes on me instead.
Yeah.
Okay, the only thing I can use is my prototype weapon.
I will make a DM suggestion. You do not need to make an attack in order to get something's attention.
I mean, I might as well shoot at it.
Okay.
It's the easiest way to get his attention. Who's to say a shot to the back doesn't draw your attention?
Also, seeing how it doesn't see me, do I get advantage on the damage roll?
Yes, you do. I can give you
See?
that.
Okay,
the
I need to
ancient
see how many
technique of
uses I have of
backshots.
this real quick.
The what now?
The what?
You know, the technique locked on with backshot.
I have 3 uses of my prototype weapon. Okay.
Long
I
stood the
thought
test of time.
I thought you rolled a 3. Holy shit.
Okay, I will roll an attack. I have I guess plus do I have an accuracy on this?
1d20 and 1 accuracy, so a 1d6 that will be added on to whatever you roll. A 13 along with an additional. Whatever the d6, or was the d6 counted?
It's 13.
I think it was.
Okay. Let's see. What are you shooting at?
And this guy.
Okay, you do hit it. Go for your damage.
Okay, I will do 1d6 energy damage plus 2. Right. That's 6
That's
energy
6.
damage.
Alright. Harm, as you notice that the mech is what seems to be running, but running in quotations. It's stumbling around, using its arms and legs to get over to where it needs to be. You take a precise shot, aiming up your prototype weapon and blasting it in the back for 6 damage. You notice that it stumbles over. It's laughing as if it's trying to keep in its laugh, and it immediately turns around and stares at you as he's laughing.
I give it a wave.
just a nervous way.
No, I'm just hello.
Just
You seem to
pass
have some
right by
mental
there.
problems. Might I suggest
God.
a therapist?
Not the therapy. Alrighty, so that is your turn. Now we go over to the enemy's turn. I'm trying to measure. How do I measure? Not that.
I
Stop
love this
doing that.
goofy mental image I have of like Lachlan and I having fought the really intense, heavy breathing clown, just staring into our soul. And then we got Pots and Pans kid over here running off.
Oh god. How do I... No, not that. I want to just measure, like... Not that. Not that. Also not that. Not that either. Oh, goddamn, I was using the wrong tool. Okay. Let's see. You are 8 spaces away. So, Harm, as you see it laughing at you, it starts moving at a much erratic speed. And it daughters over more closer to you. And it is going to try and attack you.
Could throw hands? I could throw hands, bitch.
You had this whole arena, like this whole boxing arena set up for you and everything.
Oh my god.
Let me just make sure. How do I do this attack? How do I do the damage for this?
Don't.
Yeah,
Trying to
that's
figure out
good.
the damage. Oh, this is similar to your prototype weapon. How do I always fucking find... So how did you do this prototype? 1d6, the result is equal to the greater... Only roll 1 if required for NPC, even if the NPC has multiple recharge system. If this NPC has... Okay, so am I rolling a d6 to see how many recharges it has? Ah, it has 1. Well... oh, okay, I see how I do this. Okay, so it moves up to you and you see it grab what seems to be a very large axe behind it. It bursts into energy and it is going to go towards you.
How much range do you have with this melee weapon? The fuck?
The Berserker moves spaces equal to their speed in a straight line, ignoring reactions, then attacks a random adjacent character or hostile or allied with the chain axe.
I am not a video to him.
Wait. Moves spaces... Well, it moves towards you. It moves towards you, and then if it's adjacent. So it would move to 3. And now it is engaged, and it's going to take a swing at you.
I have soft cover
You have soft cover?
because of my thing. If I'm
Okay.
engaged, I have soft cover.
Let's see. That would be 1 difficulty, right? With the
Yes.
soft cover. I'm trying to figure out this menu. This is the first time I've ever used this menu. Does a 16 hit?
It didn't matter. It didn't matter about my soft cover.
Oh god.
I have 8 evasion, brother.
Okay. We're gonna roll for damage.
Surely he doesn't do all my health, though.
No, I don't think so.
He does, like, a good chunk of it.
Wait, did I do that
Oh,
correctly?
no.
Oh my god, I did. What the fuck? Wait, no, that does not seem right. Well, the good news is he can't do that again. I'm pretty sure. Well, he could, but he can't do it multiple times. Right? I don't know how
He's
this
really
recharge
tired
thing...
now.
How does this recharge work? I think he can only charge it once. I think that's all he can do. Alright, so... As he goes up to you, he grabs his axe and then smashes it into your mech. and he just stares at you, laughing even harder, giggling to himself as he's just staring directly into your mech. Okay, player characters. I believe, Amanita, you are the last one.
Damn it. Okay, well.
What do you wish to do?
How do I turn the ruler off?
Go to your
you
left
got-
side, and then you would click the square instead of the ruler.
Okay. Well, I've done everything I can do.
Mm,
Are you just gonna leave?
No, I'm heading down there! I can't fucking do anything else!
Okay. Well, you can.
I have to walk because you put a movement thing on me!
I was gonna say you can check the objective.
Mm-hmm. The objective, the thing up here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let me just trot my happy ass back up to the green square.
So you're rolling a 1d20 to see if the equipment is there.
Hooray! Roll 1d20.
Ah.
Is it a 4?
So
I should have took 1!
No, I think a 4 succeeds, actually. I think,
after scavenging around, you don't notice the shipment that Deborah has sent you for, but you do notice that this is the most active area of the camp. Seems to be where they're storing stuff. You just need to find it.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stay my happy ass there, and I'm gonna roll again next turn.
Okay. I could do a thing right now.
What?
Vanita, as you are looking around, you hear a little beep and a boop, and Cappy essentially tells you, "My happy ass thinks that there might be something here."
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Beeping and boofing the words "my happy ass" was not something I ever saw him doing.
Well, he is here now. What on earth? Oh, that's Matt's toe. I was so confused why there was text flying around the screen. Okay, so that would be your turn, and now we are going. Well, at least you want to do anything else on your turn?
Me?
Yeah, because you could still like
No.
move. Okay.
Contemplating.
Okay. So that leads to the next enemy turn. Let's see, what are we doing here? What is your movement, good sir? Crucible.
yeah.
This mech over here starts laughing as he's like leaning back, running directly towards you. So he is now engaged. You might, I believe you are engaged in combat, is that correct?
I believe I am.
So
I did see the little thing note pop up.
yeah. So I will let you know, because, and this goes for you as well, Harm, because you are adjacent to 2 different enemies. If you try to move away, or if they try to move away from towards you, they will you will be able to do something that's called Overwatch to get an additional hit on them. There's a name for it in D&D, but I forget the name of it. A reaction?
Opportunity attacks.
Opportunity attack. Yeah, that's what Overwatch is.
Yeah.
So just a heads up on there.
I have an idea of how to work with it then.
I'm trying to find what this thing is, and I can't remember what it was. Fuck.
Oh.
I just remembered something. Okay. This is for something in the future. Harm, I think you took a lot of damage, and I should have brought this up previously. You can do something as a reaction for an attack to take Let me just make sure how much damage it like negates. I think it negates all damage. It's called
Brace?
bracing. Yes. So you can brace, and it will help you take care of damage. You cannot. You count as having resistance to all damage, fire, and heat from the triggering attack until the end of your next turn. Until the end of your next turn, all other attacks made against you have a 1 disadvantage die. And due to the stress of bracing yourself, you cannot take reactions until the end of your next turn. On that turn, you can only take 1 quick action. You cannot overcharge, move normally, take full actions, or take free actions. So you're stationed there, wherever you are, and any attack coming towards you, you can negate. I should have brought that up preemptively. I apologize.
I'll brace it because I'm only gonna need 1 action with him. I'm only need only 1.
Okay. I'm trying to see where this thing is because I've been trying to look for it.
So do I take heat for bracing or not? Is the only negative is that I only did take 1 quick action next turn?
Yes, you can only take 1 quick action. You can't move. You can't do free actions.
And I can't do it again.
Overcharge. Yeah, and you can't do it again for your next turn. It has to be the turn
Yeah,
after.
that's fine. I only need 1 quick action.
Okay,
I only need 1.
You can negate the damage that you had. That way it's not just killing you. Okay.
Get parried, asshole.
Do you want me to do narratives for it, or?
Now you can just continue with whoever was going.
I'm trying to figure out how the fuck to do this thing. I think I just roll a d20. Okay. Oh, yeah, okay, so that's how we do this. Okay, so... Crucible. The dude that rolled up to you does a 12 hit.
Yes.
Okay. He doesn't do damage to you, but you see him take his sword, put it on your back, and then give you a good hug, and he is currently grappling you. So, to go over a grapple real quick, both characters become engaged. Neither character can boost, take reactions for the duration of this grapple. The smaller character, or the character being grappled, becomes immobilized, but moves when a larger party moves, mirroring their movements. If both parties are the same size, either can make a contested hull check. Because, okay, so pretty much, you can't move, you're immobilized, you can't take reactions, and if this guy wants to move, you are going to make a hull check, and we'll go from there. And you can break out of this. Either character breaks out of the adjacency if they are knocked back by another effect. The attacker chooses to end the grapple, or the defender breaks free by making a successful hull check. So you are currently being grappled.
Okay.
And then we're just going to go over and do immobilized. We're just giving you a big hug. And that should be Arm, Redcap, Ronan. And there is one more thing that appears. But it won't do an action, it will be for next turn. Lock on.
Yeah.
You do hear very loud jets behind you, and as you turn around, you notice that there is another mech standing right behind you.
Okay. Just that one.
Yeah, just that one. Don't worry, I'm not throwing 8. And that is the end of round 1. You all get to decide on who goes... Actually, wait. Is it that, or do I get to decide? I think I decide this round. Because the round switches. Next, when you guys go, you'll all choose who goes first. And in response to this, let's see. Who does what? Harm.
Yeah.
The enemy next to you does an 8 hit.
Does pizza?
Yeah, I think it does.
Then yeah, he does.
Okay, he hugs you as well. No damage, he just gives you a hug, and you just hear him laughing in your ear constantly.
Hugs are nice.
So does
Okay.
that make me not able to move?
Yeah, you just can't move, which, you know...
That's fine.
that wasn't much of an
I
issue
wasn't
before.
planning on doing that.
Alright, you all get to elect who goes first.
I'm cool with whoever.
But the election...
I don't think it matters that much.
I'm fine with either Derek or Matt going first, seeing how they're still in, like, there's a lot more enemies close to them.
Okay.
Okay.
I guess I'll go first.
Alrighty,
Okay.
I will mention this now because I forgot to do it earlier. Your smoke grenade is no longer active.
Isn't it 3 turns?
I think it's only 1. It's for, like, your full turn. I can go back up and check. Smart scope. Smoke grenade. Throw a smoke grenade within range of 5 all characters and objects within the blast area. Benefit from soft cover until the end of your next turn, at which point the smoke disperses. So I
Okay,
think
so yeah,
it's
it's 1 turn.
Yeah. No, stop putting shit down. God damn it. Pretend I know what I'm doing for a second. Get out of here. Leave.
Keep doing what we normally do. Got it.
There we
Yeah.
go. Okay. Okay. Now it's your turn. Go.
Okay. Wait, for movement wise, since I'm on top of the building, does that affect anything?
I think you take 2 movement if you're getting down, but you have the ability to fly, so you just move regularly.
Okay. I guess I'll move down. So I'll move on to this building here.
Okay. Well, that's rubble, so you're on ground level now.
Okay, yeah. Guess I'll help take out this guy here with my assault rifle.
Okay. Roll to see if it hits.
It's 18.
And you're aiming at the ace, is that correct?
Yes,
Let's check
this dude right here.
I am trying to get a thing. Don't worry about me. Okay, you got an 18. Does an 18 hit? It does in fact hit, yeah. Alright, roll for your damage.
Okay.
Is that
I think it's
3
3.
damage?
Because I have reliable, so +2 to 1.
Okay. So, you take your assault rifle out, you aim it directly at the other ace, and you take fire. It does in fact hit, and 3 damage is what it takes. Crucible, you notice that the mech in front of you is beginning to wobble, It's laughing, but it's like choking on its laugh a lot.
Oh boy, that thing taking a beating.
Okay.
Okay,
So now
I'll do my
enemies.
other action.
Oh right, you have 2. Wait, you
I'll
moved,
do the
right?
same thing.
Yeah. You're gonna shoot it
Same
again?
thing.
Alright.
Yes. Let me roll.
A 7 does not hit. So as you take aim, trying to fire your assault rifle, the ace does in fact try to move out of the way, and you do not hit your shots, unfortunately.
Okay, that's my turn.
It still takes 2 damage, even if he misses.
It does? Oh wait, you have reliability on it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I guess it does take damage. Wait, does it? Or does he have to roll? That's not the menu I should be looking at. I should be looking at the menu I can read the thing. There we go.
Just said that it always does 2 damages, even if it misses the target.
Or rolls less damage, reliable, always inherits. Okay, so never mind. He just keels over and dies. So you do manage to... 2 bullets do manage to strafe off, and it does in fact hit the ace. So that is 1 enemy less to take care of. There you guys go. Alright, so that is player turn. Right. Trying to see what this guy does. Okay. How do I do this? I think it is this. Crucible.
Yeah.
The enemy that is next to you removes its restraint, steps back a bit, and prepares to swing its sword. Not trying to do that. This. Does a 16 hit?
Yes.
Doesn't do any of that. Is that correct?
Oh, just
Something about this attack thing does not do well with me. I feel like I have to
use
roll for that.
dice.
Unless I'm getting insane rolls and hitting crits like that. Is that correct?
yeah, it looks like it's right.
Okay,
It's just
I
supposed
will
to
trust
roll
it.
1d6.
Yeah, it's a 1d6. It hits 6 damage. So, do you wish to brace or do you want to just take the damage?
I'll just take the damage.
Okay.
No.
It lets go of its grapple, it preps its sword, and slashes you across your chest.
Yeah,
All right.
Crucible reels back, takes a back step, but then quickly restances.
Alrighty. Shit. Didn't mean to do that. No. You know what? I'll just do it by hand. Okay. Now it's for your guys' turn. So Lock-On has went. Lock-On, who do you wish to go next?
I'll go with the Crucible again.
All right. Crucible,
Okay.
what do you wish to do?
It's, well, it's a sword fight now.
Yep.
Yeah, so draws his draws a charge blade alongside the shotgun and see what I can do with these. No bonuses or anything, right?
No. I don't think so.
Alright. I'll just roll a hit for the shotgun to see if that hits.
They both hit.
Alright. And the charge blade has armor piercing on it if that does anything.
I think it does that.
Alright.
Okay. And we'll go through damage.
Looks like I did a total of 8 damage.
Okay.
Is it still standing?
It is. I'm just trying to read over a thing to understand what this does. Holy shit. Okay. So you did 6 charge blade damage, right? Which sequence does this go? Do you try to stab it and then shoot the shotgun? Not now, Epic Games.
So it really depends if it technically survived.
It does survive, yes.
Then yeah, it'll be like a shotgun blast to the torn, and then a charge blade slash across it.
Okay, this has to happen. That is a 2. Okay, so as you take your charge blade, you slash it across his chest and immediately place the shotgun barrel, blasting it back a bit. So it moves a bit over here. Along with this, the mech tries to deflect some of the weapons, or some of the bullets, but it still takes the full brunt of the damage. And that is your turn. Okay. Let's see. So, the next enemy moves over here. Lock on. You're being targeted.
Okay.
Let's see. What is it doing?
Oops. I closed the tab on accident. Oh.
Well,
I'm back.
welcome back. Does a 21 hit?
Yes.
Alright. And we'll do the damage for this. This seems so fucked. Hold the fuck on. I don't agree with that dice. How does this work?
Says
Okay,
1d20
no, it's just base
plus
damage.
1 plus 1d6.
No, I think this is just base damage once it hits.
Yeah.
Okay. So you hear the jets behind you as this ace is tracking you down from the building, and it gets in preparation and fires a missile directly behind you. You get sent flying a tiny bit forward because of this. Nothing more than that.
Okay.
What the fuck is this thing, and why are you here? Stop. Go away. Oh. Go away. Eric, your one smoke bomb keeps replicating itself. Why do you do this to me? Okay, it's fine. I'll figure it out later. Alrighty, that is its turn. Crucible? I think you went last, right?
Yeah.
Who do you wish to go next?
We'll go with Redcap.
Alrighty, Redcap, you're up.
Oh, Redcap was busy. Okay. Sorry, we just got a server tag in the Discord.
A server tag?
Oh.
Yeah, I was I was trying to get people to give it boost so we could get the tag for it.
Let's go!
So I have an official tag now. Okay. I will do the thing that I did last time, but again this time.
Okay. Roll
So-
a 1d20.
Roll 1d20. I hate everything.
Oh,
With advantage, because Cappy's helping too.
Okay. Let's roll 1d20.
Oh, it's a
50.
1d6. And
Oh.
you add it to your 8. That's what it is. Yeah.
Oh. Slash roll 1d6. That's S.
Not the S. Hey! That is a number. That is 12.
12.
So,
Yeah.
as you're scouting around, you notice that over here is where the supplies are. It is a giant crate that's labeled on top Union property only. And right below that is a sticky note slapped on the side for Deborah's shipment.
Uh-huh.
You now know the location, and I need to find a marker for that. Where is the thing? We're gonna use this. Nope, we're not. Need to find a marker. Fuck. Wait, I should have backups. This is important, sadly, so I'm gonna take a moment to find the things that I need. Just becoming more and more annoying. I could just import a death box, but I feel like that might be a bit too much. Nope, not that. Also not that. Oh, wait, this might work. Okay, yep, that works. So, you found the shipment. You can now take it and leave without engaging anymore, or you can kill everything in this area and then take it away with you, but you now know where the thing is.
Shouldn't I take it with me?
You can take it with you. Keep in mind, alongside with you carrying it, you will be moving with it alongside you. So keep that in mind.
Okay, question.
Hmm?
That fight going on down there.
Hmm?
Is it gonna be a lot longer? Because if not, I'm gonna just pick this up now.
You could use the comms and contact the two fighting. That's the best that I can give.
Okay, I will do that. Hey, you two down there.
Yeah.
Are you
hello.
there?
Yeah,
How
Roger,
much longer
Roger.
do you think your fight's gonna be, and do you need help?
looks
It
like we
will
got
take-
things covered.
Yeah, give us a few years.
A few years.
So, Crucible says this while trying to check out the giant slash in its chest, in the mech chassis. And, Lock-On is just saying this as he's lying down on the floor from that recent explosion. He's still laying there just staring directly up, not moving.
Goddamn. It's marked. I'll come back for it.
There's also Harm, who is currently in danger, I think, allegedly. Harm, how's your condition going?
I'm going to stab him.
Okay.
Jesus!
So that's how he's doing.
Going to stab him.
Alrighty. So that is the player's turn. I'm trying to find where we are. So that is Redcap. And then we have the Berserker that is currently in front of Harm. Okay, so this is what he's gonna do. Harm, you notice that in front of you, the mech that is giggling in your ear lets go for no reason. just staring at you, laughing. He's laughing at you. You're taking damage and he's laughing. And as he is standing there, how the fuck do I get this on here? He opens his arms, just stares at you, and laughs. His arms are stretched out forward as if he is saying, take any hit that you want at me. He heard your comms, and he wants to see how much damage you're willing to put on the line for this. I will say, there is an effect that happened here, but I can't get it, and it's making me a bit annoyed. But that's currently what he's doing.
I will bring out my heavy lance.
Alright, I will also do this for you. So you're bringing out your heavy lance, you're getting a bolster, so that will be a +1 advantage on your attack because he's taunting you. And do as you wish.
Do I have an accuracy +1?
Pardon?
Because of the bolster? Do I have an accuracy +1?
Yeah, you get 1+ accuracy on the roll you're making. That is a 17. I am 90% sure that hits. Oh yeah, bud. Okay, roll for your damage.
Jesus.
What?
Oh yeah, bud.
That's
So-
violently Canadian.
kinetic melee damage.
So, could you explain your weapon for me, please, for sake of narrative?
It is a very large lance that can be held with one hand from a mech.
So, as you stab this mech completely through, you notice that the front of it still opens, like where the cockpit is for the pilot, and the lance has completely gone through the dude. And the only look that he's giving you is smiling from ear to ear, grinning, and he's holding onto your lance and pulling towards your cockpit.
These
What do you wish
tactics
to-
do not scare me.
Okay, what do you wish to do?
I
The
cannot
pilot-
feel fear. The only thing you give me is annoyance. Can I pull it out and just like I can't do anything else. I only have one
You
quick
could.
action.
You very much could. I will give you this much. He's at like 1 health. I'll give you this action to just get him out.
Can I pull the lance out and just like stab repeatedly at the mech? Cause like
Oh,
over and over and over and over
God.
again.
Yeah, you can. Amanita, as you're looking over to Harm, you just see him like moving in the distance, stabbing the ground over and over again. Cappy beeps over to you. What's going on over there? More like you can hear the metal screeching in the distance.
Oh,
And all of a sudden, the final time Harm brings it up, you just see like red all over his lance as he smashes it back into the ground. And this enemy is officially dead.
I say over comms. You want to talk about it?
As
There is
Harm
nothing
looks-
to talk about.
Yeah, that's what I thought. All right.
There's a puddle on the floor, but that's about it.
The only thing there was able to be talked about is now gone. Gone.
Oh god.
Gone.
Is there free therapy for Lancer pilots? I'm looking this up now. Okay. So that is Harm's turn. The Where is this guy? Okay, we're moving on to round 3. The only things left are this Ronin and the Ace. Last time it was the enemies going first, so now you all can elect what player goes first. Who wishes to go?
Should I go again?
Sure.
Okay, I'll go. Basically same tactic, but on the Ace pilot.
Okay.
I'm going to shoot my rifle at him.
Alrighty. Let me just get this. It's on 6.
A6.
And you're shooting at the Ace?
Yes.
It does not hit.
Still takes 2 from reliable.
It does take 2 from reliable.
Okay, I'll go second time. Yeah. Okay.
That is a 3. It does not hit, and it takes 2 damage from reliable.
Yeah. And then I'll go back 4 spaces to there, and that's my turn.
Alrighty. As a response to you firing at it, it is going to attack. Let me see. I'm just trying to make sure that this is set up correctly, so that's done, and then let's see. I fucking hate this tool with a passion. I keep forgetting there's 2 different measurement tools. This one. Okay. So it is going to fire this at you. This has an accuracy roll. Does a 10 hit?
Let me see. I have 8 evasion, so yes.
Okay. And you take 4 damage, and you get blasted back a bit. So, as you move away, firing your assault rifle, nipping the Ace, it fires its RPG at you, and you get flung back a bit, if I can move the token. And you take 4 damage. And that is the Ace's turn. Who do you want to go after you?
Go Crucible, since we're the only 2 fighting.
Okay.
Things could change of areas. But, yeah. So, well, first thing first, gonna get in melee range.
Okay.
Just get in there and just tell them, yeah, there's no more running.
Oh, shit. That is a 17. And a
Like-
3?
Yeah, it's, the shotgun probably missed.
Yeah, the shotgun does miss. I'm just trying to see how this works.
Minimum damage.
So how much damage is that?
4.
Okay.
4 charge blade.
Let me give 1 check real quick. Oh, this is a D6. Okay. As you go into sword-to-sword combat, it tries to defend itself, but it does, you do manage to nip it. So it takes 4 damage, and you see the gash in the lower end of the mech in front of you. Alright, that is Crucible's turn, and now it will be the Ronin's turn. As it's staggering a bit back, it looks directly at you and starts laughing even louder. becoming more deranged, running towards you. And it is going to try to hit you.
Oh.
Does a 16 hit?
Yes.
So that is 6. Jesus Christ. Okay. So as you hit it, it staggers back. It looks at you, starts laughing, and it starts flailing its sword rapidly all over the place, turning around, as if it's never held a sword before, but if it was a psychotic deranged person within the cockpit. And it overpowers you to a point where it does in fact hit you, even if you were trying to evade or whatnot. You can, of course, brace. I will change the outcome of that interaction.
Yeah. Yeah, he will brace by like planting his back foot in the ground and just swinging up his sword to catch the other sword as it comes down.
So as you plant and catch the sword, lock on, you hear in the distance a giant metal cling as those two swords vibrate. The sound just carrying across so much so, with so much ferocity and with so much speed, that Harm, you, and Redcap also hear from that distance a giant metal clang together. So that means, Crucible, you are now in brace. Now it is up to Redcap and Harm. Crucible, which one of them do you want them to go?
Let's go. Let's go with Red Cap again.
Rouge Cap.
My name.
Red Cap.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Can I see anything from where I'm at?
As in, what are you looking for?
Well, I'm looking to try to help out with what's going on down here. Am I able to see anything at all from where I am?
I'll let you move additional space to just keep moving, because you are not in combat.
How many spaces additional, or just free movement?
Just up to here.
I am here.
Harm, do you also wish to join Redcap? This won't be a part of your movement or action. Just for your move to assist the two. Okay, so that will be over here.
Oh.
Well, that works too. Okay. So, this is what you see. You see the ace pilot on top of this building firing down at Lock-On as he's trying to take cover, dodging the missiles that is being barraged at him. And you see Crucible and this other mech getting into a one-to-one sword fight, trying to avoid each other's slashes. What do you wish to do?
I think this, wait. How far away is he? 7?
Yeah.
Can I elect to move right here?
Yeah.
Thank you. Can I just lob a grenade at this guy?
Sure.
Am I in any sort of cover right now?
No, I think you are in the open. Holy shit, okay.
19?
19. You are hitting the ace.
Mm-hmm.
That does hit. Roll for damage.
Full damage.
Nice. Okay. Where are we? Okay. Let me just double check something. Okay. Do you want to narrate it? Do you want me to narrate?
You can go ahead and narrate. I don't really know what to do right now.
So, as you get in position and Cappy is holding the rocket launcher, he does a little beep boop and he says, tiny bit lower. and you fire the RPG. Harm. As you get around to this corner and you see the two fighting it out in the distance, specifically Crucible and this other mech with swords, you hear a giant explosion above you. And as you look up, you see this mech blasting off the roof, completely on fire, falling directly next to you. There is no one in that cockpit. There is no one alive. It is just smithereens and burnt metal and smoking scrap.
I did it.
He did it. You also made a corpse land directly in front of Harm.
My bad. I had no control over that part.
Well
No,
done.
you see, he's gonna take out his lance again.
That was all you, DM.
What did I do?
He could have fallen straight forward. It could have fallen backwards. No, you had it fall in front of him.
Well, first of all, you shot an RPG at the man from the side. He was gonna go off the building.
He looks big enough. He could have handled it, but no. Big man can't handle a little rocket-propelled grenade.
I feel like this is the exact interaction that you're having as he's on the ground melting.
Yeah, probably.
Alrighty.
Can I kick it just to make sure?
Yeah, go ahead.
It's on
roll for
fire.
I
damage.
kick it.
Alright, that is Redcap's turn, and Harm, you are the last one to go.
1, 2, 3, 4. That is not the thing I wanted. Why am I doing a radius? Oh.
Hmm?
That guy is 8 spaces away from me. I still have a use with my... I still have use with my prototype weapon. I have 3 uses. I'm gonna use it once. I'll shoot this guy with my prototype weapon.
Alrighty. This guy.
17.
17 does hit.
That is 4 energy damage.
17 does hit. This has to do this, and then I have to roll this. Now, what does this do? Okay, so as you fire against the mech in front of you, it looks towards you, giggles to itself, and deflects one of the bullets onto the ground and the other one into Crucible. So it doesn't take any damage. Crucible, you take 2, and the rest of the damage is gone. Is that a full action, David?
That was a quick action because I only shot once, but now I don't want to shoot again because you're gonna deflect my shit.
Okay, I will explain how this thing works. Pretty much I roll a d6, and if it's above a 4... There's more complex thing, but I didn't want to...
That's pretty high odds that he deflects it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna shoot at him.
There's other quick actions that you can do in order to assist the other two, though.
I mean, I can... What, scan him, and then
You can
the next,
scan him. There's another thing you
next
can do
attack
to help.
against him gets +1 accuracy.
Yes. On top of, you can also help one of your allies get a plus additional accuracy onto all of their attacks. I just have to check which one it is. Bolster. When you bolster, you use your mech's formidable processing power to enhance another character's system. To bolster, choose a character within a sensor. They receive +2 advantage on the next skill check or save that they make. At the end of their next turn, characters only benefit from one bolster at a time. So you can bolster Lock-On or Crucible, and the next attack that they make, they will have a +2 advantage.
+2. Damn.
Yeah. So another thing about the thing that the Ronin did, that is only for ranged attacks, which is why that has not been triggered. It did a trigger for Matt's shotgun, or well, Crucible shotgun.
Yeah.
So do you wish to bolster one of your allies, Harm, or?
I'll bolster Mr. Swordman, Mr. Swordsmister.
Yeah.
Also, okay, let's see. Where is the fucking... I'm gonna just use the submenu. Submenu is bigger, I can see where the thing is. Fuck. There we go. Okay. So, that is Arm's turn. By the way, you can bolster at any moment in time. There's other things that you can also additional with, which is scan, lock on, so on and so forth. But, I'll have to go over those when the opportunity arises itself. But bolster can be done at any moment. Alright, who wishes to go? Well, I guess the Ronin goes first. How are you doing? Okay. Crucible.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
I believe I'm still braced.
You braced for the... Yeah, so you wouldn't be able to move, I believe, right?
Right.
Oh, okay. What is he gonna do? Oh, fuck it, he can take it. He's gonna move, which is probably a bad idea, because he's engaged. But he's gonna move next to Lock-On. This does do an opportunity attack. You can take a free hit on him.
And, does that include, like, the, bolster as well?
Yep.
Alright. Is that just like a plus, just a +2 in the, rolling plate table?
So you're doing a... Let me just make sure. I think it's just an advantage. So you're doing 1d6 roll twice, and you're gonna add the highest number that comes out of that 1d6 roll.
Alright, let's see if this system does it right here. Or does what I think it's doing here then. Yeah, that's what I thought it would do.
Hit. Yep. And that does in fact hit. Roll for damage.
Yeah, minimum damage.
Okay.
It's 4 to his back.
Fuck, what was your health at earlier? Okay, there we go. Okay, so as he moves away, he dashes towards Lock-On, and you manage to slash him in his back. He stumbles forward, but remains very still, but you see that he's like dazing and rocking back and forth, right in front of Lock-On. So he's still moving, and Lock-On, he is going to swing his sword at you.
Okay.
Do this. Does a 14 hit? Why is this a 14?
Yes.
He does 3 damage. Normally it is 6. I don't know why it is 6, but it is. But he raises his sword and manages to slash you, but because of Crucible's doing, flashing him in the back, and because he's wheezy and seems to be severely weak, he only manages to nip you for half of the damage that he was originally going to do. So
How much
that
is that?
is... Huh?
How much? I only have 2 HP, so it matters.
How do you...
It matters if you round up or down.
Ah, fuck. Okay, well, he was gonna do 6, and then I made him do 3. I didn't know you... How are you at 2?
I got hit twice for 4 damage by the ace guy.
Oh, I see it. I see the problem. Okay. How am I doing this? Wait, it says you have 6 HP on your sheet.
No, I got hit twice.
Wait, how did you get hit twice?
Has Derek braced because he could brace?
You can brace, you can
No.
brace. I was just
Okay, I'll
bracing.
face then.
Okay, he does original damage, but all of it gets negated. So as he slashes down, you stay completely stern. How do you brace for this impact?
Basically used my gun or my assault rifle to block it.
Alright, so you take your assault rifle, clip onto it, it gets hooked, and you divert the attack straight into the ground. And that is his turn. Nope, that's not the round. This turn. Okay. Redcap, Farm, Crucible, you all have free movement. You can position yourself wherever you want to at this enemy.
If you say so. So, can he only deflect bullets, or can he also deflect melee attacks?
Just range, just range.
Okay. How do I... there.
The square. There you go.
Hello.
All right.
I'm going to do the
Redcap.
same thing I did to your friend.
Where is Redcap? Oh, wait. Did she say she'd BRB? Oh, shit. Oh. Okay, I'm sure Redcap won't mind if I... Okay, we have an option. Do we wait for Redcap to return? Because she said she would be AFK for a bit.
I think we can.
Okay. So, how are you all?
I mean, I'm almost dead.
Yeah, a lot of you took a lot of damage during this. I should have been keeping track of it. My bad. I was checking your character sheets. Also, wait, you said you have 2 health?
Yeah.
Where does that say 2 health?
I got hit by the ace twice, and they were both like 4 damage each.
It says you have 6 HP. Did you update it on your sheet, or...?
I didn't.
Oh, that explains it. Okay. Wait, how did you get hit by the ace twice? I'm forgetting how that happened. I remember shooting you once with the ace, not twice.
No, the first one was when I was on the roof. The second time was when I was on the
Oh,
roof.
when you were down here. Gotcha. Okay.
Hello?
Hey, honey.
Hi.
How are you? Is everything okay?
It is now.
Okay. So... I don't think you were here when I was saying this. You have free movement anywhere around this enemy. This guy over here.
Where am I? Oh, there I am.
Over there.
Okay.
I would suggest over here for the thing that's about to happen.
I was not
Thank
done
you.
moving.
Sorry. Okay. Now you all can do any of your attacks. Just choose one.
Wombo combo.
Pretty much.
Hit him with the old charge blade again.
Alrighty. So just roll, but we'll say roll for just roll. Doesn't matter if you hit or not. Just roll for damage. I mean, maybe we get lucky and everybody hits their rolls. Oh, you just roll for damage regularly. Okay, so that's 4. Lock on, harm, red cap. Choose any of your attacks. Roll for the damage.
I guess I'll shoot him.
Okay.
shoot him.
I shoot him too.
Okay.
Oh.
Toe.
Is that 2
I'm
damage? or
using my
using-
melee attack.
No, that's 2 damage.
Okay, and what are you hitting him with?
The anti-material rifle.
10
Okay.
melee damage.
And you're hitting him with your lance, correct?
Yes.
Okay. How am I doing this? Okay, lock on. You take your pistol and shoot it directly into the head of the mech as it wobbles back. Crucible, you slash it upwards into the air with your blade, so it's currently midair. Redcap, you and Cappy slide underneath it, lock in with your anti-material rifle, and shooting it directly through the chassis. The bullet enters through it, explodes through the back, and harm. As it is in midair, you jump above it and smash into it with your lance, plunging it into the ground. The dust clears and it explodes from wherever it has landed, and the mech glitches a bit, is motionless, and it dies. That is the end of combat. Good job, Lancers.
I stab it 10 times while I was on the ground. I'm kidding.
And then Harm stabs it over and over and over again. Alrighty, well, that's what's
just
going on.
watching Harm stab him on the ground. Just goes to Rick, like just almost comes to recap. Is he okay? Does he want to talk about it?
Oh no. Let's see. Okay. So normally we would there was an option to carry the case away preemptively, but because there's no enemies left, I'm not going to go through the tedious. It's like, oh, you move there and take it back. So we're going straight over back to Deborah. So you all have officially completed your first mission outside of session 1. Congratulations, everybody! Woohoo!
Yay!
I have to find the scene. Where is the scene? There is the scene. Alright, what sounds are here? This, and I think this? Nope. Wait, which are you? Not you. This is gonna take some setting up. I apologize in advance. I'm just gonna make sure this stuff is working. Okie dokie. So, with very brutally scarred mechs, some of the systems not working entirely, you all managed to return back from a hard-fought battle and trying to reclaim the shipment that Deborah has sent you on. I have to do a thing. Trying to figure out where he is. Did I move you in here? Where did Deborah go? The fuck? Oh, there you are. Alright, who wishes to approach Deborah first?
Can I approach her?
Okay. Let me just do this. Okay, before we carry on with that, something broke in this, so I'm going to fix it through here. Okay, do you all see the portraits?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Redcap, Harm, Crucible, you all see it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't know why the fuck this one doesn't work, but it is what it is. Alrighty, what do you say, Lock On?
Hey, Deborah, we failed the mission, and then I proceed to hand her the pilot, whatever I got from the pilot.
You failed? What do you mean you failed?
Here, take a look at this. I hand her the pilot black box thing.
As Deborah grabs the black box and plugs it into her computer, you see her overlook the footage, slow it down, see the same evidence that you all saw. So it was those fucking bastards! They took my shit! She stares at you narrow.
Shit.
Hmm?
Luckily, we found your shit.
I thought you said you failed. I gave you a mission to retrieve the loot. This one says that you failed.
Yeah, but the pilot died. It wasn't my fault, though.
I don't give a flying fuck about the pilot. Where is my goods?
The red one has it.
Excuse me, dear. Do you have the thing that costed half a fortune?
Ooh. Maybe.
What do you mean, maybe? She looks at you, clearly annoyed that she's getting so many mixed messages. Look,
No, maybe.
I said it
What's in it
simple
for me?
before. A lot of good things. I give you
Yeah?
money, I give you connection, I give you private stash that took way too long to make.
Yeah, you give me money, you give me connections, you give me shit. Okay, fine, fine. Let's see it. Let's see the money.
And as you say that, she plops down a briefcase and opens it. Several credits lay amongst you, glowing from the skylight that's of the marketplace. You believe
Happy, check
me
that
now?
shit for fakes.
The fuck? Cappy beeps and boops. Little high beeps here, little boops here as Cappy analyzes. Them shit's not fake.
Why is he talking like that?
I
Alright.
told him to check the shit for fakes, and he's just repeating what you said.
Alright, fine. Fine. I'll bring down the box.
Gimme. She hurries out around her stand and grabs the very large crate, something that took like a mech to lift, and then brings it with all of her strength behind the little counter that she has. You don't see this crate ever again. And then as she's very exhaustedly trying to gather herself from dragging that, okay, now what the fuck do you all want?
I want what's in the crate.
Come again?
I said, what's in the crate?
No, you don't get that. I pay you to get that. I give you other things. What other things do you want?
But what's in the crate?
I don't know. It's locked behind Union passcode. It's gonna take 10 years to crack. But I know it's good. That or extension cord. But one of the two is either good.
That or extension cord.
Look, extension cords are very hard to come by in the Rust Point industry, okay? I'm trying to go back and check your rewards as we speak.
Hey,
Okay.
did she ever pick up that briefcase?
No, the briefcase is still there.
Cool, because that's now in Cappy, and she doesn't know.
As she walks over to the counter, she looks down at the emptiness. I'm taking you take the money. I'm taking it that you want the money.
I don't know what you're talking about, lady.
Okay. So, I do you all a favor. I do Lancer's good favor, okay? As long as that one doesn't report the government, I am good. So,
I have no
Here's
need
what-
for money.
God damn it. Okay, here's what I do. And she wheels around another crate, much more smaller, but on a little dolly. And she opens it, and as this very cool breeze brushes over from the steam from the crate, you all see different gadgets layered about. I give you these. These are very good commodities, private from my stash, and I give for free. Free. Normally, this costs 15 billion credits. I give you for free. That is how good of a friend I am. You don't have billion credits, do you? You get 2 credits. You have probably 2 credits. Very poor you is.
Point the rocket launcher at her.
Deborah steps back. Okay, you're not 2 credit poor. You're not 2 credit poor. I think you have good.
He's
2
not wrong.
credits.
We are kind of poor.
Yeah, but like she doesn't have to point it out.
You are poor.
You are poor. She points. Okay. So, this is amongst you all of special equipment that was hand designed by Deborah. Within the crate is something called a. I guess I should do this all in character. She takes out the one of the equipment and hands it to lock on. This is smart cartridge. It is system for you to use in combat. It's not the best for repeative use, but it helps. You use it
What
once.
do you do?
I getting to that. Be patient. You use once. When reload and lock on system do very good. Do good and make fire on enemy. So you shoot good and fire on enemy.
Okay, can I test it out on you?
No. And she turns around and grabs the next thing. She gives it to Crucible. She hands you this very large harpoon-looking system. Gear, if you will. This is good too. Shoot, and it pull you to them or them to you. Very good. It will make you move good.
You just your crucible and go, ooh, movement tech.
God damn it. She turns around.
It is for movement. It is there for movement.
It is movement tech, yes. She turns around, picks up another equipment, gives it to Amanita. This go in ground, come back up, and stop person where they are. If human, they die because it's drill, but if mech, they don't die. They slight die. They might die. Anyways, she turns back
Slightly
around,
die.
picks up the last thing, and pilots it over to Harm's mech, and it locks into place. And she gives her this very Steam Deck looking controller into his hand. This, if you don't want to get hurt, you fly into, and no more hurt, no die. Only maybe slightly die, but don't die.
Thank you. I always wanted a new Nintendo Switch too.
That's too expensive. I don't have that money. Too much money. And she turns around and she says, I do one more thing. I go and talk with very good people I know, and I get you jobs because you are jobless. Kids these days don't want to work. I make you work. And she opens PDA. I send them your information, social security, everything. They will get in contact with you, and you will get money. Good job. Good job. And as she says this, she turns around and leaves. So, because this was all in character, I'll explain it a bit more. So, lock on, you've received a smart cartridge. Once per mission, when you reload, your weapon gains a 1+ accuracy and deals 2 burn no matter what onto its next target.
Ooh,
Meaning
okay.
that whenever you fire at them with this thing intact, once per mission, they will have to like completely disperse the the burn, otherwise it will keep taking burn damage. But it can only be used once because, again, it is a very prototype thing. If you want more of this, you'll have to go back to Deborah. For Crucible, you will have received a harpoon, also known as the DART grapple system. Once per mission, when you are within the range of 8 spaces, you can launch the dart grapple towards an enemy as a free action, allowing you to pull them towards you or you moving towards them. The grapple counts as an improvised attack, dealing a 1d6 kinetic damage, and the user can also restrain, throw, or grapple the enemy once they are nearby. Both of these weapons involve nanite technology, so yeah. Does that make sense?
Small question is, can it be used to target terrain too?
Yes, but keep in mind you can only use it once, so you can at any moment use it whenever you want to move around and such. That makes sense?
Alright. Yeah, it can only be used once. Okay.
Okay. Amanita, you have received a drill magnet. Once per mission, when within the range of 6 spaces, you can launch a tracking drill into the ground going towards its nearest target, or well, the target that you've picked. Once it resurfaces, the target will take 1d6 kinetic damage and become immobilized. It was designed by miners to find very rare ore, but was turned into a military weapon by Virex, who wanted it to use in military field. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. Harm, you have received the DPD, the Defense Protocol Drone. Once per mission, when the user or allies are in any type of danger whatsoever, the user may launch the DPD to take the full force of damage as a free reaction at any moment in time. So, if you see your allies or yourself about to take a massive load of damage, at any moment you can deploy the drone and they will take no damage. All sound
Beep
good? Beep boop indeed. So, those are
That
your
is like in my
rewards.
inventory now.
Yep, at any moment you could just use it whenever you want. I'll
And
be
now like my
DMing.
character sheet.
Yeah. I'll DM it to you all if you want to copy and paste it. I can send it in the streamer chat. I might have to send Derek's personally.
Ooh.
But yeah, along with the money that you have obtained, this is okay. You know what? I'm just gonna DM you this personally after the session because that looks like a mess in Discord chat. Okay. Yeah. You will soon be receiving new missions, new connections with people that want to get in contact with your group, and whatever else. So that has been your first ever mission. If you all wish, you can take care of downtime now, or we can take care of downtime next session.
Next session? I don't know.
You all are here, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you are not here. Fuck.
Well,
There you go.
Oh, I thought
I'm
that.
so
Okay.
sorry. It's okay. It's okay. There was conversation going on. I didn't know if you all were seeing it or not. That was on my bad. But you got the idea of it. So, your downtime, you can repair your mechs, do whatever you want. What would really help, Vinny, is just DM what you would like. It doesn't need to be during the stream. Just DM in the background like, hey, Polar, I've been thinking of if I can do this, and I'll just have it set up for next session. For the session 2. How's that sound?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Alrighty. You just missed the stream, Vinny. We were doing a Lancer campaign, but thank you for joining at the end. I appreciate it. Thank you all over here for joining on the Lancer Session 1. I am really appreciative that you stuck with me, so I appreciate that. For those that dropped by during stream, I appreciate it too, so take care, stay safe, I hope your day's going well. If not, I hope it gets better, and I will see you all Saturday for Saturday's stream. But for now, that shall be Lancer Session 1. Bye-bye, everybody!
Take care.